When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings, then you will forget your anger. Epictetus. Have you ever felt like you're a diplomat navigating a world stage where every day presents a new negotiation? Whether it's the coworker who always plays the devil's advocate, the friend whose ego fills the room, or the relative who thrives on creating a saga, dealing with difficult people is an art and perhaps a science. In this video, we turn to the ancient Stoics, whose teachings on virtue and inner tranquility provide a surprising and powerful framework for handling even the most challenging individuals. We will not only explore their time-tested wisdom, but also how these pearls of antiquity can be strung onto the thread of our modern lives. Join me as we delve into 6 transformative Stoic lessons, each offering a beacon of strategy in the often murky waters of human relationships. These are not just lessons. They are your arsenal for serenity in a chaotic social world. So, prepare to engage, to question, and to be captivated as we embark on a journey to master the subtle art of dealing with difficult people. Lesson 1. The Stoic Mirror. Stoic Philosophy. The Stoic approach to dealing with difficult individuals is akin to holding up a mirror to one's own soul. Epictetus encouraged his followers to use encounters with challenging people as opportunities for self-examination, asking themselves why they allow external behaviors to disrupt their inner peace. Epictetus taught that it is not people who disturb us, but our interpretations of their actions. He advised that we should look inward to find and address the root of our disturbance. This introspection is the first step in dealing with difficult people without losing our serenity. First, in modern application. In the modern context, this philosophical stance translates to a reflective pause in the heat of the moment. Before reacting, we can ask ourselves what aspect of our ego feels threatened and why we might be giving others the power to disrupt our tranquility. This pause can be facilitated through mindfulness techniques that bring us back to a state of calm, allowing us to respond rather than react. By doing so, we ensure that our responses are measured, appropriate, and not driven by the heat of emotion. However, constantly turning the other cheek can sometimes be mistaken for passivity or acceptance of bad behavior. It is crucial to balance reflective inaction with assertive action when necessary to maintain self-respect and ensure that boundaries are not crossed. So we're Lesson 2, Empathetic Understanding. Stoic Philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, in his private meditations, often pondered the nature of human behavior. He recognized that people act according to their understanding of the world, and it is this understanding, rather than their actions, that should be the focus of our empathy. By seeking to understand the motivations behind difficult behaviors, we can often find compassion for the individual. This does not excuse their actions, but allows us to address the behavior from a place of understanding rather than judgment. First, modern application. Today, we might engage in empathetic listening, striving to understand the underlying issues that drive someone's difficult behavior. This can involve active listening skills, such as paraphrasing and reflecting back what is being said, to ensure comprehension and convey empathy. Empathy can also lead to more effective conflict resolution strategies, where the focus is on finding common ground and collaborative solutions, rather than winning an argument or imposing one's will. Nevertheless, we must guard against over-identifying with the aggressor, which can lead to a blurred understanding of the situation and potential manipulation. Empathy should not be at the expense of one's moral compass or personal boundaries. Lesson 3. Establishing boundaries with respect, or Stoic Philosophy. Stoicism teaches the importance of respecting oneself as much as others. This self-respect is maintained by establishing healthy boundaries. For the Stoics, boundaries are not walls to keep others out, but guidelines that define how one allows others to treat them. Boundaries are an expression of self-worth and an indication of what we value. They communicate to others how we expect to be treated, what behaviors we will accept and which we will not tolerate. Modern application. In contemporary life, setting boundaries can involve assertive communication and clear statements of our needs and limits. It can mean saying no when we feel pressured to say yes, or stepping away from a relationship or situation that violates our sense of self-worth. Effective boundary setting also requires consistency and follow-through. If boundaries are not upheld, they become meaningless. It's essential to be as good as our word, both in promises and in the consequences we set for their breach. However, overly rigid or poorly communicated boundaries can lead to misunderstanding and unnecessary conflict. Boundaries should be established with clarity and compassion, allowing for the flexibility of human relationships and the complexities they entail. Lesson 4. Serene detachment. Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed in the power of detachment, not as a means of disengagement, but as a strategy for maintaining inner peace. Seneca, for example, advocated for a form of detachment that allows one to encounter difficult people without becoming emotionally entangled in their dramas. This serene detachment involves observing events and behaviors as if from a distance, without immediate personal reaction. It's about recognizing that we have the power to choose our battles and that not every provocation requires our response. Modern application. In the present day, serene detachment can be practiced by cultivating a mindset that prioritizes inner calm over external validation. It means not allowing ourselves to be pulled into every argument or negative situation we encounter, especially in the digital realm where confrontations are frequent. Techniques such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even short walks can help recenter our focus when faced with provocative situations. This detachment is beneficial for our mental health and allows us to approach interactions with difficult people from a place of calm and clarity. However, there's a delicate balance to be maintained. Complete emotional detachment can be perceived as coldness or indifference. It's essential to remain compassionate and engaged in relationships while practicing this Stoic principle, ensuring that our detachment does not alienate us from genuine connection with others. Lesson 5. The Stoic response, Counternar. Stoic philosophy. The Stoics were masters of the measured response. They believed that the key to dealing with difficult people is not in changing them, but in refining our responses to them. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about responding to others with reason rather than emotion, demonstrating control over the one thing we can truly govern: ourselves. A Stoic response is characterized by calmness, clarity, and the absence of rashness. It's the art of responding to ignorance with education, to narcissism with humility, and to aggression with tranquility. To modern application today, we can embody the Stoic response by taking a moment to collect our thoughts before speaking, ensuring that our words and actions are deliberate and reflect our true intentions. It's about choosing dialogue over debate and understanding over victory. Developing the skill of active listening is part of the Stoic response. It allows you to hear beyond words, to the heart of the matter, and to respond in a way that addresses the core issue without escalating the tension. Yet we must be cautious that our controlled responses do not become passive-aggressive or dismissive. The Stoic response is not about suppressing emotion or avoiding conflict, but about engaging in a way that is constructive and respectful. Lesson 6. Practicing compassion. Stoic philosophy. While Stoicism is often perceived as advocating a stern demeanor, at its heart lies deep compassion. The Stoics, including Epictetus, recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, and that understanding this is key to interacting with difficult people. Compassion in Stoicism is not pity or condescension. It is a recognition of our shared human struggle. It is understanding that sometimes the most difficult people are those who are suffering the most, and this suffering manifests in their behavior towards others. Modern application. In the context of our lives, practicing compassion might mean looking past the surface behavior to acknowledge the pain or insecurity that may drive someone's difficult actions. It's about responding to hostility with kindness, to narcissism with recognition of the person's need for validation, and to idiocy with patience. Compassion can be practiced through small acts of kindness, offering support, or simply by providing a listening ear. It can also involve setting boundaries in a way that is firm yet not punitive, conveying a sense of care even as we protect ourselves. However, the exercise of compassion should not come at the cost of one's well-being. It's crucial to avoid falling into the trap of excusing toxic behavior or allowing oneself to be mistreated out of a sense of compassion. True Stoic compassion is balanced with self-respect and wisdom. As our exploration of Stoic wisdom and the art of navigating life's social complexities comes to a close, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for embarking on this journey with me. We've navigated the challenging terrain of dealing with difficult personalities guided by the steady light of Stoic philosophy, and sought to arm ourselves with the tools for maintaining our composure and dignity. Together, we've uncovered 6 profound lessons that serve as our allies in the face of adversity: the reflective mirror, empathetic understanding, respectful boundaries, serene detachment, the measured response, and the practice of compassion. These are not merely tactics but profound shifts in perspective that, when applied, can transform our interactions and elevate our experiences. Thank you for your attention and your willingness to engage with these teachings. It is my hope that the strategies discussed here resonate with you, providing solace and strength as you encounter the myriad personalities that color our world. May you carry forward this newfound understanding, applying these Stoic lessons to handle difficult people with grace and wisdom.